Hello, this is an extra for Let's Play Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. We are not going to solve any puzzles or anything. We're just going to open up the journal. The Tome of Darkness. I'm going to go to these. And this is all the... There are like the gatekeepers and the greater guardians, but they don't show up in, or there's another one that will show up in a later chapter, but those don't show up in Maxmillian's chapters, so we don't get autopsies of them. These are all the autopsies you can get.
Corpses, lumbering, rotting cadavers. What contrivance could have wrought this abomination? Disease science, blasphemous occult rituals. How can something so dead yet be so alive and hungry? They lust for flesh, human flesh, and feast upon all the sweet breads a man has to offer.
Okay, a living human corpse has no special attributes or weaknesses. It is very weak, composed of dried sinew and skin. I imagine it would be stronger if Mantarok still had all his strength. And I imagine there would be Mantarok bone thieves and Mantarok guardians and Mantarok horrors, but we don't have that.
These wretched creatures, these flayed corpses, wandering, decrepit, soulless vessels, content only to gnaw and hate, to spill human blood, even headless. Their hate for the living grew in propensity, flailing maniacally in their bloodlust, killing anything close.
How did you get one still in that form long enough to autopsy it? Wouldn't it have tried to kill you? Firm musculature means a resilient organism. These things can take more damage than others. Limbs regrow unless the creature itself is destroyed. And that was Zelotov zombie.
Neither the embalming salve of their wrappings nor the numbness of death could override the dominating madness that is Zelotov. Controlled, prodded into an existence by an incessant cacophony of voices, penetrating every level of their psyches, these corpses are coerced into life, ambling, moaning, shrieking.
Limbs regrow as phantom entities when severed. Phantom limb syndrome, literally, causing deep-rooted insanity in the observers. The wrappings of the mummy are highly combustible and catch fire easily. Ulioth zombie. This is new to me.
Worried apart by the ravening fish, parasitic fetor of their sunken graves, these drowned zombies emerged, spilling their festering entrails and slopping fluids with each pain-ridden step, each step hoping to bring an end to their pain by spreading it to others.
Severing the head will prevent it from singing. Okay, so that's how you prevent them from... I was wondering if that, because I did notice that all the beheaded ones never exploded. Accumulation of gas in the abdomen resulting from decomposition is a serious threat. Watch out for explosions.
They are amongst us. I knew they would come after me, for I knew their devices, their depraved methods. Creatures wearing human skins as we wear clothes to cover their hideousness from our eyes, so they might consort insidiously with our species, infiltrating, manipulating, playing us against each other. Damn our eyes! We are blind to them, but I knew. Oh yes, I knew they were there, plotting behind that door. One has to be careful. One must separate their heads from their bodies. And yes, fire is the key to purge their souls from this earth, sending them whimpering to their masters in the beyond.
Yep. So Maxmillian, of all the heroes that had bad ends, Maxmillian is the one that I don't even sure. I guess you can call him hero for a brief period. He kind of went places. Severing its neck kills the creature instantly. The creature wears the skin of people to protect itself. Zelatoth.
The devils inside the servant skulls were trying to kill me. They plotted behind doors locked and barred and planned the downfall of the human race. I took care of the ones around me, stopped their plans. There are others, I'm sure, out there, manipulating us, secreting madness inside our very heads, while our souls are pushed into the corners of our skulls, watching as our hands do tasks that we have no control over. Oh, horrible, horrible things. We must purge them from our midst, kill them all, cut them, burn them. It's the only way. I know. I've done it. It works.
Yep. The creature wears the skins of people to protect itself. It is headless. A lot of Zelatoth monsters are headless. What is it that I'm thinking of? Oh right, he could. There were trappers in his story, but the trappers just immediately go away, so you never get a chance to autopsy them. This one's new to me.
They're so close, their stench fills the air. You can smell them, I tell you, somewhere between the spice of vanilla and the bitter sweetness of pustulant rot. Those creatures inhabit the bodies of men and women, exercising the human soul and replacing it with their own putrid spirits. But they couldn't fool me. No, not at all. I could smell them, you see. They were all around me. Dear God, all around. I knew what I had to do. They had to go. By blade and bullet, I had to get rid of them. Don't you understand? Dear God, I had to do it. Had to. You believe me, don't you? Don't you?
Yeah, the bone thieves are what really did it for Maxmillian. The paranoia of who is a bone thief and who isn't just really got to him. This one, like the Chaturga zombie, if you decapitate it, it dies. Like most things. Which is different from, like, you know, the mantra. The zombies, you can decapitate and they keep going, but yeah. Now we're into the horrors. Another thing where if you cut the head off, it dies.
The horror. A behemoth of hatred incarnate. What manner of creature is that? A ton of flesh and sinew, wielding muscles thick as ropes strung onto claws that could crush stone, sever metal as though it were threshed wheat. Crushing, cutting. The walls shook with each step it took. Oh, the horror! An abomination. Its physiology remarkably abstract. No real organs or anything. It shouldn't work. But it did. And the mouths, those gnashing scythes of teeth. I tell you, it existed only to eat, to consume, to gnaw, to bite, to devour.
Thick chitinous armor plates and sturdy muscles protect this creature. Necks of the horror are its weakest point. Yeah, cutting the heads off of a horror is where you want it. Okay, Zelatoth. I've seen the Zelatoth and Chaturga stuff before, but the Ulyaoth stuff is going to be new to me.
Eyes? Rot their eyes. Their staring sees through your soul like looking through a window. And the lids, festooned with tiny hook-like teeth that gape and gnash. It doesn't make sense. No anatomy would form like that. But it has. Was it natural? How could it be? Oh, unholy beast, thou must be killed, lest you corrupt my world. Have at thee! have at thee.
Great! Lovely. Its eyes are its weakness. The creature is highly dependent on sight rather than sound. Yeah, instead of heads, it has 3 eyes. And Zelotov is a cruel mistress, so those eyes have lids that are hooked so the monster is constantly in pain from things jabbing into its own eyes. Fun. And now the one that is new to me.
They have no eyes, but they can see, I tell you. No eyes. No eyes at all. But you can feel it looking at you. It stares through you like looking through empty air, and you can feel it raking your innards with their touch. The shiver of their senses combing your bowels through empty space. Oh, horribleness!
The horror's latent energy causes an electrical discharge if it comes close. It has no eyes, it is far from blind. Yeah, but they die easier than any of the other horrors. Now, the Guardians.
They came from the darkness, chittering spider-like parasites infesting the city Enga. Enga! They killed the city's inhabitants, using them for food, for slaves, for play. In the city's last dark, doomed days, blood filled the waterways, drained upon the streets, a proud, mighty race, now nothing but bloody goblets of meat in the gutters. So it has been for eons. The Guardians, those eternal parasites, still swarm in that necropolis, feeding on those that live in ignorance many miles above us. Damn you, listen to me! They feed on us! The darkness comes. It will consume us all. We must fight them, or all is lost.
Guardians are one of those things that you will only see one alignment of per run. Like, you only see red Guardians on a red run, you only see green Guardians on a green run. We are only going to get those crawfish looking things, the shrimp ones, since we're on a blue run. Massive jaws on the underside of the body. Yeah, they look like crabs, is what I remember them looking like. Either crabs or armored spiders. Armored shell prevents physical damage, no obvious vulnerability. Zelotov ones look different.
Oh, gibbering insanity, wrought in flesh as though an artist had sculpted it. Created from nothing by their mistress Zelototh, a canvas as grotesque as any. Their bodies made no sense, no heads, no organs, an empty husk devoid of the trappings of nature, but it walked, it sang, it shrieked. A mockery of reason, both natural and mental, a blasphemy from beyond the veil. The veil has opened, and we should not see beyond. We weren't meant to, never, ever meant to. Oh, give us the blessing of ignorance, the happiness of oblivion. Innocence can only be tainted, never returned.
Yeah, I always have issue with the cosmic horror stuff with the things man was not meant to know, because it feels very anti intellectualism, which is a dangerous course to get into. Case in point, the current situation in the United States. Anyway, no obvious vulnerability. A curious lack of internal organs means no way of inflicting critical damage. I will say guns work well on all the Guardians. Elephant guns in particular seem to work quite well. Anyway, Ulyav Guardian.
Deep in those ancient caverns, a great city was lost. Long before we humans, long, long before. The proud city of Engar, decadent and trusting, and it was their downfall. When the darkness came, and the Guardians slaughtered them, their existence was but a dying echo shrieking from violated mouths, resounding within their homes, their tombs. If you stand alone in one of those halls, quietly, ever so quietly, you can hear the cries of the people of Engar, rent apart by the unseen claws of the Guardians. Their echoes still linger, as do their souls.
This creature bears no relation to anything in my experience, but they look like a giant shrimp or crawfish. No obvious vulnerability. So that is all the autopsies. And that's what I wanted to do as an thing. But I do know something else here. The eyes that is open is the page you're on. I had not noticed that till now. Look on the left here with the skulls. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and save because I'm pretty sure this is just loaded back in. But that'll be it. That was 60 minutes of autopsies. Anyway, see you next video. The next one, we have another chapter to track down and see how this goes.